Today's video is on Aduro Clean Technologies, a company that is attempting to successfully develop water-based chemical recycling and is hoping to transform waste into a 21st century resource. After jumping up to a share price of $1.10 Canadian in 2021, share price has held up nicely, 34% gains in the past year. As always, I'm here to talk about the rewards of Aduro Clean Technologies, why I might invest in this stock, and the risks of Aduro Clean Technologies, why I might choose not to invest in this stock. You're watching Common Sense Investing. My name is Cameron. Let's find a great penny stock. So this is their website. We are the power of between what is complex and what is simple. Between modern life and wildlife, there is Aduro. It's the between that transforms things, and it can help change the world, inspiring others to inspire us. I mean, it's an interesting website. Here is their main process. Their one kind of technology that expands into everything else, which is the hydrochemolytic. Works with water to make big stubborn molecules smaller and more useful. They plan on using this in upgrading bitumen, upcycling plastics, upgrading renewables. They're saying there's lots of potential for this technology. Apparently, they've been working at this hydrochemolytic technology platform for 10 years, one technology platform, multiple applications. But we have to stop here because I haven't talked about earnings or numbers or financials yet. Aduro Clean Technologies is effectively a pre-revenue company. They're making some pilot revenues, but really they have nothing commercially viable that they're selling right now. So here they're talking about their path to commercialization, how they're going to take this science and finally make some money. And one thing that I really need you to remember later on when I'm looking at their earnings is that their path to profitability, their path to commercialization might not be for some time. So even in their own investor deck here, they're talking about commercialization of these different technologies starting in 2025, moving to 2026. They really don't have a 2027, 2028 here, but some of their technology, some of their money might not start trickling in until that time if this science is successful. So we are sitting here in early 2024, and the company themselves is claiming that money, basic revenue in scale, in any kind of scale, might not start trickling in until 2025. So look, let me pause here and start by saying I'm going to get into some opinions here right off the bat. And I have to say that this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. All I'm trying to do with my videos is create discussion and have conversations. I'm not saying I'm right. What I'm saying is that if we just talk about the good things about a stock, typically what happens is you get everybody moving in one direction, and when that stock crashes, everybody loses money. We need to have good, open, honest conversations about stocks. That's how we become better investors. That's what I'm trying to do with this channel. So my first either reward or risk with Aduro Clean Technologies is actually a reward here. They have a plan for profitability. I'd have to give them credit for that, right? I've covered so many pre-revenue stocks, tons of them. Hundreds of pre-revenue stocks. You would be shocked at how many have absolutely no plan for profitability. I've covered revenue producing stocks that really have no plan for profitability, right? They're just saying, oh, we're going to continue growing and someday I guess we'll be better or someday we'll be making money. The slides that I've seen from Aduro Technologies, I may not agree with them, but they have their own plan. I give them credit for that. Where I say I may not fully agree with them is they have this pro forma financial forecast, and where I tell people to be skeptical here, if you look at this growth, it's just perfection, right? It's basically saying, okay, yeah, this year, 2024, we're really not going to make much revenue, but 2025, we're going to get 14,000% revenue. We're going to go from basically nothing to over 14 million. Then we're going to have 225% revenue growth. Then we're going to have 105% revenue growth. This is massive to scale revenue growth. And of course, right under that, they're basically saying their adjusted EBITDA, massive margins is just going to skyrocket as well. So massive revenue growth, massive profitability here, with, at least with adjusted EBITDA. And my red flag with that is simply everything's perfection. Like I teach everybody to ask questions, to be skeptical, to look at things with a critical eye. And when I see a slide like this, it's just not really believable for me. Somehow this project, this one huge project needs to be put in place, or 10 of these smaller projects needs to be put in place for them to achieve their guidance for 2025, 2026. But as always, let's go double check that, right? Let's go take a look at their most recent earnings. So $131,000 of revenue in 6 months. The company here, Aduro, just says that this was from two companies that basically wanted proof of concept and they were willing to pay for that. So inconsistent revenues, no kind of consistent revenue growth, and that's okay. But this is effectively a pre-revenue stock. So if we could take out the revenue, we can look at some other important things here like share-based compensation, which is massively skyrocketing, and net losses, which are also growing year over year. Basically, the company keeps granting restricted share units to purchase common shares for companies, directors, officers. So basically, management can profit from the share-based compensation while the company stays a pre-revenue stock. In fact, while we're waiting for the technology to work and waiting for revenue to come in and waiting for it to be a proven commercially viable product, the one thing that this company has been extremely successful at is selling shares. You could see here November 30th, 2023, $1.3 million from warrants. May 31st, 2023, $2.9 million from the exercise of purchase warrants. November 30th, 2023, way down at the bottom here, $1.1 million. All this cash generated from the exercise of warrants and options. So giving out shares, pumping up the price of the shares, and then selling the shares for cash has been a very profitable business so far for Aduro Clean Technologies. Aduro Clean Technologies cash has still been dropping. They are burning a little over $1 million every quarter, which means that they need to find something else that they're good at. Is it science? No, not yet. They're not ready for that. It's marketing. If we need more cash by selling shares, by selling options and warrants, then we need to market ourselves. We need that share price to go up. Aduro has 67.5 million common shares. However, they have all these share purchase warrants, Class B special warrants, stock options for a total fully diluted right now of 97 million shares. That's an innovative way of making money. So how does a pre-revenue company do that? If they cannot increase their share price through revenue growth or earning growth or attractive valuations, how can they increase their share price? Marketing, right? This is step one is you issue shares. Step two is you hire a whole bunch of investor relations and media firms. In fact, in roughly the past 2 years, Aduro Clean Technologies, a pre-revenue company that has made no revenue, has hired six investor relation and or media firms. 4 of these are still active. In fact, you can go on Yahoo Finance. They just renewed outside the box capital. 2 of these were hired just after offering a non-brokered private placement shares. And lo and behold, it has worked. Right? Look at this. Stock options and share purchase warrants. Every one of these are in the money. Every single one could be sold and people could sell the shares for a profit. And look, I talk about this a lot, right? What does this lead to? This leads to people cheerleading a stock. When you have people invested into a stock with options, with warrants, with RSUs, right? They want to see the share price go up. You want your options and warrants to be in the money. So you go from being an unbiased investor researching this company to somebody who is cheerleading, to somebody who is marketing this company, this stock, because the more it goes up, the more money you make. And really, you have to question whether this company is about the science anymore or whether it's about cheerleading the stock. Because even though they have this technology that they're working to hopefully try to prove out and become commercially viable, it's really distracting as a long-term experienced investor to look at this and not see the cheerleading that is going on and to just think, I've seen this before, right? And it hasn't ended well. Last year, I covered Origin Materials. This company developed proprietary platform technology to convert biomass or plant-based carbon into building block chemicals, chromo-something, hydro-something carbon, as well as other product intermediates. They were going to convert basically waste into alternative plastics. Does that sound familiar, right? Origin Materials did not quite do as well. Today, they are at $79 million market cap. Origin Materials, though given it was a NASDAQ traded stock, went up to a market cap of $1.4 billion. They had a share price of nearly $10 American. So when people ask me, can Aduro Clean Technologies continue to go up in share price even though it's a pre-revenue stock? Yes. I mean, that is possible, right? Origin Materials went to $1.4 billion, did not make a single dollar. What happened when they started actually producing on their science? This happened, right? Science didn't work. Stop loss orders didn't work either. Share price crashed. I think it was 70% in one day and another 20 or 30% the next day. So this is an extreme example. This is a horror story, right? I'm just letting you know this can happen, and it happens more often than you would think. In fact, in a recent video you can go watch, I covered 16 pre-revenue stocks that I had previously discussed on my channel. Out of the 16 pre-revenue stocks, the only one today that is still making people money is Aduro Clean Technologies. 15 of the other 16 stocks have either gone down massively or absolutely flatlined. And that leads me to putting out tweets like this. People angry at me for warning them about the risks of investing in pre-revenue stocks. People angry at me later because nobody warned them about pre-revenue stocks, right? There's risks here. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. I'm not saying share price is going to go up. I'm not saying share price is going to go down. That is not what I do on this channel. All that I am saying and asking is, where are you getting your information from? Marketing material, paid platforms, people or companies with $100,000 worth of warrants? 100,000 warrants that are in the money and want to sell them for more money. All I am saying is be skeptical, ask questions. That's part of due diligence for any stock that you invest in. So let's wrap it up. Final thoughts: rewards of Aduro Clean Technologies versus risks of Aduro Clean Technologies. I already gave you two, right? A plan for profitability. I'm still really impressed they have that. The perfection is needed though, right? All their slides are basically, if everything goes to perfection, what could happen? I'm a little bit skeptical of that. Can share price of Aduro Clean Technologies continue to go up? Yes. Success breeds success. They've proven that they know how to market this company. They're making commercials. There's an army of YouTubers out there making videos. There's people talking about Aduro Clean Technologies online. However, you also have to be aware that it's already priced for perfection. You're paying basically $100 million market cap for a company that has made no revenue. And what you will hear is people tell you, yeah, but, everything is a but. In the future, when this happens, look at the numbers here for 2028. In the future, there's all these promises. A pre-revenue stock is a massive gamble. So be very skeptical when somebody tells you that for sure something is going to happen next month, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. It is all speculation. Also be careful. Wolves will lead you like a lamb to the slaughterhouse. There's so many people out there that own these options, that own these warrants, that have a high financial incentive to get you to buy into the stock, to raise the share price, to bring in more exit liquidity in case they want to sell. There are people out there, lots of them, who want you to like Aduro Clean Technologies. And to be clear, not for the company, but because they make money, right? Like, let's be honest here. Insiders are making money. They're getting RSUs, they're getting options, they're getting warrants. I keep getting told, yeah, but they haven't sold any shares yet, so they're not making all this money. Okay, but they're also paying for marketing to drive up the price of the shares. So I'm not sure why insiders would sell today. It's good. Insiders do own shares of this company, right? There is high insider ownership, something like 40% of the company. I question, though, if they have such a wonderful technology, why did they actually give away 60% of the company to become a publicly traded stock? Just asking questions. And for all the bulls that are probably going to come on my channel, and, you know, making these videos is tough because there will be a lot of people, options holders, warrants holders, who don't like what I have to say on this video, that will challenge me, that will say that I missed some stuff, or how can I ignore this, or whatever it is, that they think I'm a clown or FUD, or I'm just talking negative about the company. Go find me another 2 or 3 other pre-revenue stocks that started trading on the Canadian Securities Exchange, one of the least regulated exchanges in North America. Basically went from nothing and then succeeded with complicated science and made shareholders a bunch of money. I don't know of any, right? That's all I'm saying. This is the challenge. If you want to argue my point, if you want to argue my video, go find some comparables. Let's look at them. Let's compare those to Aduro Clean Technologies and see if it can help us make a better investing decision. You've been watching Common Sense Investing. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you again soon.